Hello, eavesdroppers. Welcome back to another pop culture tarot reading. I hope you all are feeling like $1,000,000. On today's episode, we are taking another look at the ever-changing Nolan Wells story. All right, so the latest development, the latest rumors here are that he actually was not unalived until the 5th of July, or maybe his body was removed from Horn Island, and he left there with the group and came back deceased, and they placed his body there as a decoy. We don't know at this point. Everything I said in this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Let's see what the tarot has to say about this pop culture tarot reading regarding Nolan Wells. All right, so was he still alive on the 5th? Is this misinformation? What is going on here? Nolan. What does July 5th look like for Nolan? We have jealousy. Okay, so it shows here someone green with envy. Again, they saw him as a shining star. They saw him as someone in the spotlight, popular. He was a Leo. Again, this is Leo energy being in the spotlight, being the center of attention. It says here there was comparison and envy, a fear of losing a spot and projection of one's own insecurity, and not everyone claps when you win. There is a man here who's very upset. Okay, we have choose a softer life. He got this before. Peace over pressure, gentleness over chaos in your life can feel lighter. Nolan was a real peacemaker. He was a really peaceful, kind-hearted soul. It does feel like here he was seen as the star amongst his group. He had a special light in him. And there was a person around him, a Caucasian male showing up here, who was very jealous of him. Okay, so we have heartbreak residue. Past wounds affect the present, old emotions reappear suddenly, and healing is still in progress. Okay, we have him blocking the noise and silently judging. There was someone silently judging. It says their face says what their mouth won't. Silence speaks louder than words, and someone is quietly evaluating the situation. But there are too many opinions that cloud your clarity. Silence helps you reconnect with yourself and protect your inner voice. Okay, so I feel like in Nolan's last moments, I feel like it was July 4th. I don't believe it was July 5th. I think he was just feeling very conflicted because he was very aware that these people were not his friends. Says here, you're not obligated. You don't owe anyone your time. You're free to choose differently. Your boundaries deserve respect. And we have aligned with the truth. It's like he's walking away. He's saying here that there was a shade parade. Okay, there were many people who pulled the switcheroo on him. He says there was more than one person that was feeding the drama. The shade is coming from several directions, and the room isn't as friendly as it looks. Yeah, he started seeing them for who they truly were. But unfortunately, it was too late. He was going through an emotional roller coaster. Like I said, he felt conflicted. It said he had highs that felt electric and lows that suddenly came about, and the connection was intense but unstable. And he also has the message here again of stop overgiving. And there's some past life energy here. This is a karmic situation. This is deja vu. This has played out before. Yeah, the next card says not this again. The same drama returns. You're tired because it's familiar, and this time you see it clearly. Yeah. So Nolan was very quiet on the 4th. Shows me a Ferris wheel here. I'm sorry, not a Ferris wheel. It shows me, yeah, Ferris wheel. Roller coaster Ferris wheel. I don't know which one it is. Looks like it could be either. Again, showing me celebrations, good times, but he had ups and downs that day. He went from feeling really high to feeling really low. Show me more about the 5th of July. Were you still alive? He said there was 3-dot tension. There was someone waiting for a response on the cell phone here. There was rising anticipation, emotional suspense, and overthinking on the timeline. We have a message that was unsent. I truly believe that he recorded or he was trying to send someone. There's a clock here again. We talked about the clocks, the watches, the time. He says that something was typed and then deleted. There was hesitation or fear of overexposure and words held back for safety. So there's something that he took to the grave with him. We'll never know unless they can retrieve the forensics from their phone. Okay, he was trying to bounce back. It looks like he was running away from them. We have emotional static with the phone again. There were mixed messages, inconsistent energy, hard to read signals, and noise blocking. True intention. It feels like they were getting rid of evidence on the 5th. with the message unsent here. They were cleaning things up on the 5th. I do believe they removed his body, brought it back on the 5th, took it away on the 4th. Maybe he left with them willingly on the 4th, and they returned on the 5th to allegedly leave his body there. It says this is a deep fake, convincing lies, altered truths, virtual deception, and seeing is no longer believing. Yeah, that video was not from July 5th. It was a deep fake. All right. We have hustle mode. There's a clock here again. See, Nolan was ready to hustle. He was ready to grind. He was ambitious. He was determined. And he said sleep can wait. He was really excited about what was to come here. I don't know if he ran track. This person is running track here. Could just be showing me that he's very athletic. If he wasn't running away from them. Okay, he's saying that there was a pause between the lines. There was delayed reaction, emotional processing time, silent message, and hidden in the gap. So there's something again with messages, technology, text messages. He says that there were commitment issues here. Afraid to settle down, avoiding intimacy, fear of loss of freedom, and it's complicated. There's a sunflower kind of wilting here. He said the frequency was fading. There was a tug-of-war feelings, emotional time out, and then it says typing, then gone. Temporary intention, emotional retreat, almost saying something, withdrawal mid-thought. Yeah, it feels like he was trying to express it. I feel like they deleted something that was very vital to cracking this case wide open. Okay. Nolan, were you still alive? Were you still alive on the 5th of July? The answer here, I feel, is no, that it was a deep fake. That was to confuse us, to create a new narrative. They keep changing up the story every day to throw us off the scent, the trail of the true unalivers. Nolan, what is this about you being alive on July 5th? Okay. He's pointing out a high-profile couple. Water sign energy. Okay. He's thinking they're trying to cover something up. Whoever this high-profile couple is. He's saying there was a power struggle here. Some kind of ambush. And there were 3 people working together to cover this up, along with this couple. A Capricorn, a Cancer, and an Aquarius person. Possibly a Scorpio or Pisces person is involved. There are multiple people involved in this. This is a collaborative effort. What are they hiding? What are they hiding? He said high-ranking officials, authority figures. We talked about this before. Law and order. And he said the almighty dollar here, materialism and greed, money focus, obsessed with success and status. So there's Taurus energy here, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries energy. There are high-profile people with money. He said most wanted. He says that they're highly sought after. Desirability, a hot commodity, center of attention. He's also pointing out legal issues and a warrant or a bounty on the run. Absent without leave. What is this about, Nolan? He's pointing out money again. Okay, he's telling us to look at the difference between the real world, the R-E-A-L world, and the R-E-E-L world. He's saying something is a curated image versus reality. Pomp and circumstances or authenticity. The genuine article versus artificiality. Smoke and mirrors, clouded judgment, illusions. Rose-colored glasses. He said believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. Second time he's told us that. He says that we are all in la la land. Real eyes realize real lies. He's saying choose wisely. He said this is delusions of grandeur. He said absolutely I was not alive on July 5th. Show me more. He said, okay, we have the word alive here. Show me what you mean about alive. He's pointing out the Knight of Pentacles. Feel like he suffered a slow death. I do. Okay, he said I went from feeling very alive to needing to protect myself, defend myself. He said I was keeping the peace. Something about a briefcase is significant here. There could be information in a briefcase. I also feel like he's telling me they could have already gotten rid of this evidence. Somebody has taken it to another state, another city. He's talking about an airplane here. Something's already been moved. They're letting too much time tick by. Okay. He felt like he was in a safe space. on the 4th. He felt like he had the rest of his life ahead of him. He was very excited. But his life fell into disarray. It became chaotic and fall into pieces, disorder, lack of direction, and losing control. He's pointing out a legacy. He says this will be unresolved. There's unfinished business here, a lack of closure, a cycle that's incomplete. He's also pointing out some loose ends or the fact that they cut corners here. But he's saying this is something in this bloodline. Someone's family is involved in this. Maybe multiple families. High power family. He's saying his feelings were hurt. He was very heartbroken. He had grief and sorrow, and he felt betrayed. Okay, he did not want to participate in some kind of illicit drug use or alcohol or some kind of bad behavior. He told them no. He said they were sore losers and they had a meltdown, and it really disappointed him and broke his heart. It was some harsh words. Okay, so the judgment card reversed. He said, I misjudged the situation. I was hard-headed. Again, not learning my lesson. It feels like someone could have warned him. He's also pointing out a bad romance or relationship here with misaligned values. That could be the friendship as well. Maybe a Gemini or a Cancer is involved. He's saying that they were not vibrational matches for each other. They were on different wavelengths, not on the same page, and they were not seeing eye to eye. He said they're assassinating his character. And he said that he took them off the pedestal and put himself there. And he felt very much like he let his guards down. He feels like he was the 7 of Wands reversed, like he had very weak boundaries and he was folding under pressure. He didn't have the courage of his convictions. He was backing down. He was exhausted. I feel like they really put him through something. He felt like he was threatened. He felt like he was compromised. And he just wanted a solution to get out of there with his life. Unfortunately, he didn't. All right, Nolan, what do you want to say about the rumors that you were still alive on July 5th? Queen of Pentacles, again, the moneyed woman. Capricorn energy. The 8 of Cups, the King of Cups. Okay, someone's father is a doctor here. There's a woman here that being in the finance industry, a businesswoman, Capricorn possibly, Taurus, Virgo. Possibly a male that's a Scorpio, a Cancer, or Pisces here. He's saying, I was trying to leave. 8 of Cups. He was trying to walk away. There are some parents allegedly involved in this. Show me more about your last night here, July 4th. He's pointing out these 3 people again working together. And there's some high-powered people connected to this. Oh yeah, the 3 of Swords, he said they stabbed me in the back, they betrayed me, and then the King of Pentacles. Now we have a married couple. We have the Magician. He feels like they pulled a fast one on him. They talked him into going somewhere. I feel like they lured him away. They talked him into going somewhere. And he trusted them. Queen of Pentacles is a trustworthy feminine energy. Then we have a trustworthy masculine here too. Husband and wife. And someone else's father is a doctor. Is he a heart specialist? It's falling right above the 3 of Swords. Is he a surgeon or a heart specialist? Also, he's pointing out the technology again with the Magician here. What's going on with the technology? I feel like some money exchanged hands. 7 of Wands. It feels like he tried to back up or protect something in his phone, but they got to it. Yeah, they got to it. The Ace of Swords, there was information here. And there's a family involved. These people are highly connected. We have the Fool, we have the Page of Pentacles. And he feels like they think they have a workable plan. They feel very flippant, like they don't think anything that's going to come of this. Will you get justice? Are you able to see if you'll get justice in the future? Will you get justice? Page of Wands, that's a yes. 9 of Cups, that's a yes. Again, I'm doing everything in my power to make it so. And the 6 of Swords, that is a yes. Okay. So this is spiritual, 6 of Swords. He said my spirit team is involved. They got my back. He's making his passage. He's making his transition still. He's a bit restless. He's trying to settle down, resettle, get used to his new norm, his new reality. He has a few spirit guides around him. Something may happen between October, November, September, October, November, December is when I see a big change possibly coming in. Feels like more towards the fall. Yes, when the seasons change, the Wheel of Fortune and the stars. So there's some light at the end of the tunnel. There's some hopeful energy here. I will see you the next time.